The play Constellations opened at the start of last year at the Royal Court, and later in the year transferred to the West End. It got rave reviews and sell-out crowds, as well as the Evening Standard Best Play Award for 2012. Now it's transferring to New York. But would it have been such a popular show without the help of Imperial College's Professor Mike Duff? Professor Duff was asked by the play's author, Nick Payne, to talk to the cast and crew about the multiverse idea, the scientific theory on which the play hinges. Professor Duff explains.
He contacted me and asked me would I go along to rehearsals and tell the cast and crew a little bit about theoretical physics and the many-universe interpretation of quantum mechanics. And it turned out that he'd seen a documentary in the United States called The Elegant Universe, in which I had a small part, so maybe that's what prompted him to contact me. So I went along to the Royal Court and I met the two actors, Rafe Spall and Sally Hawkins, and they asked lots of intelligent questions. I was pleasantly surprised that they were well informed. I gave a little presentation on the latest developments in theoretical physics. When Nick showed me the script, I thought, how are they going to change from one universe to the next and make the audience understand what's going on? I had doubts that they could pull it off. But in fact they did. It was brilliantly done with the scene changes, and they had these balloons. You'd have to see it to understand it. But it was really very impressive. One amusing thing was in the script. At the beginning of the script it says, change of font means change of universe. But they managed to pull it off. There were 100 scene changes, and it was brilliantly done.
The theory that Professor Duff explained to the cast and crew is called the many-universe interpretation of quantum mechanics, and was proposed by Hugh Everett in the 1950s. The idea is that for every situation where there is a probability of outcome A or outcome B, both paths are followed but in separate universes. The universe splits and leaves two universes that continue to exist but can't communicate with one another.
Now, quantum mechanics describes the universe of the very small, atoms, subatomic particles and the forces between them. And what makes it curious from a common sense point of view is that you can't predict with certainty the outcome of any experiment. The best you can do is just to assign a probability. So it's all to do with chance and probability. Nothing is certain. And that was the basis of Nick's play, in a way, because boy meets girl, but boy meets girl in several different universes, and in each universe there's a different outcome, a different plot. In one universe she's unfaithful to him, and in a different universe he's unfaithful to her.
It was a simple love story, but told differently across multiple universes. Nick Payne's brilliant idea brought the crowds in, but could it inspire more playwrights to use science as a start point?
It might make people more aware, theatregoers more aware, that science and art are compatible. I noticed in the reviews, it got very uniformly good reviews. Some of them were praising the incorporation of science and art, but I could tell some old guard were saying, well, it worked in spite of the fact that there was quantum physics in it, rather than because of the fact that it had quantum physics in it. But I think, on the whole, it's a positive influence.